If a woman wants a serious relationship, she will do these 7 things, psychology tips. Real love doesn't make you guess, it makes you feel at peace. Most men waste years chasing women who are never planning to stay. They mistake attention for affection. They mistake excitement for commitment. They mistake games for love. And by the time they realize the truth, their energy, their focus, and their self respect are gone. The truth is, attraction is easy. Anyone can flirt, anyone can fall. But commitment, that's rare. A woman who truly wants a real relationship doesn't confuse you, doesn't test you, doesn't make you guess. She shows you through her patterns, her consistency, and her loyalty. And today, I'm going to show you 7 signs that separate a woman who only wants your attention from a woman who truly wants your heart. Listen carefully, because these 7 signs might just save you years of your life. Sign 1. Consistency, the foundation of commitment. If a woman truly wants something serious, you won't have to decode her like a mystery novel. She's consistent. She's not here today and gone tomorrow, leaving you questioning your sanity or refreshing your messages like a teenager. She shows up emotionally, mentally, and practically because that's what people do when they mean business. A woman who's serious about love doesn't sprinkle attention like confetti. She invests it steadily, intentionally, day after day. That's not coincidence, that's commitment. Don't confuse a burst of excitement for true connection. Any woman can light up your phone for a weekend, flirt hard, and then vanish for a week. That's not affection, that's entertainment. Too many men fall for that trap and call it passion. But let's call it what it really is: inconsistency wrapped in charm. It's not love, it's chaos with lipstick. Real psychology tips remind you that inconsistency breeds confusion, and confusion is a warning sign, not a love language. A woman who wants something lasting doesn't make you guess. She doesn't breadcrumb you with half-hearted messages or vague plans. She doesn't cancel 3 times in a row, then claim she's just been busy. A woman who's serious about you will carve time for you, not find it. She'll remember the little details you thought she'd forget. She'll check in not because she has to, but because she genuinely wants to. That's not neediness. Don't mix the two up. Clinginess drains. Consistency builds. One comes from fear, the other comes from purpose. A desperate woman consumes your peace. A serious woman contributes to your growth. That's the difference between chaos and commitment. That's where real love advice starts to make sense. When you find a woman who shows up even when life gets inconvenient, when her actions echo her words, and her attention doesn't depend on her mood, you've found someone who values connection over convenience. Remember this psychology tip: consistency equals clarity, and clarity equals peace. Men often chase intensity because it feels like passion. But passion without stability is just emotional caffeine. It spikes, then crashes. Don't get addicted to that rush. Be wiser. Be still. A mature man doesn't measure love by how loud it burns, but by how steadily it glows. Real dating tips remind you, if she's unpredictable, she's not mysterious, she's unavailable. If she's consistent, she's not boring, she's trustworthy. And that's rare. That's gold. The woman who's serious about you won't keep you guessing. She'll let her reliability speak louder than her words. So don't settle for the woman who keeps you anxious. Choose the one who keeps you grounded. Don't chase the one who entertains you. Value the one who commits to you. That's not old-fashioned, that's wisdom. Because in the end, consistency isn't just a sign she wants a relationship. It's proof she understands love isn't built on drama, but on devotion. Sign 2. Future plans. She includes you in her vision. A woman who's serious about you doesn't just exist in the moment. She builds moments that lead somewhere. She looks ahead, she imagines, she plans. You're not just a weekend companion, you're part of her map for tomorrow. She talks about concerts next summer, a trip she's been dreaming about in the fall, or her brother's wedding next year, and every time she says we, that's not a slip. That's a statement. That one little word, we, is love psychology in action. It's not accidental. It's intentional. It's her way of saying you matter. You belong. Women don't include temporary men in their long term vision. So when she starts picturing you beside her, it's not because she's bored, it's because she's invested. Don't be fooled by empty words. Here's the truth: not every woman who talks about the future actually means it. Some talk about someday the way others talk about winning the lottery: big dreams, zero action. You must learn to listen beyond her words. Does she follow through? Does she take the first step toward that trip she mentioned? Does she actually book the tickets, or do her plans evaporate like smoke? A serious woman acts. She builds shared experiences. She creates memories that strengthen the bond. A woman who only talks about the future without action? That's a red flag. Don't chase fantasies, watch behavior. Because in love psychology, actions are the real language of the heart, the difference between I and we. Pay attention to her pronouns. This sounds small, but it's everything. A casual woman says, I want to visit Paris one day. A serious woman says, we should go to Paris next year. That we reveals her mindset. She's no longer thinking solo. Her plans now orbit around you. This is one of the strongest relationship goals a man can hope for: a woman who naturally folds you into her vision of tomorrow. But if she only talks about herself, her plans, her goals, her dreams, without ever including you, wake up. That's not love. That's a one-player game. You must recognize when she's seeing you as part of her story or just a supporting character in hers. Don't confuse promises with proof. The weak man hears, we should go to Hawaii next year, and thinks she's in love. The strong man hears the same thing and thinks, let's see if she means it. You must be that man. Don't get swept up by sweet talk. Don't mistake excitement for commitment. Promises are cheap. Consistency is priceless. A woman who truly wants something real doesn't just say it, she shows it. She'll make the reservations. She'll remember the dates. She'll ask for your opinion. She'll find ways to build the future she talks about, the silent truth behind her plans. If she never talks about the future, it's not because she's shy, it's because you're not in her long-term picture. A woman who's serious about love doesn't hide her desire for connection. She subtly, yet deliberately, brings you into her world. That's the secret of love psychology most men miss. When she's planning, she's testing. When she includes you, she's choosing. When she commits to shared plans, she's investing. A woman who values you long-term will naturally fill her future with you beside her. Her future plans are her way of saying, you're not temporary. Be the man who observes, not assumes. Don't fall for the illusion of talk. The observant. Watch what she does when it's time to take action. Is she excited to create memories together? Or does she vanish the moment reality arrives? A woman who's serious doesn't just dream, she builds. She doesn't just imagine, she commits. She doesn't just invite you into her present, she places you in her future. And here's the beauty of it: she doesn't do it because you begged or pressured her. She does it because, in her mind, you already belong there. So ask yourself, does she say we or only I? Does she make space for you or keep you on the sidelines? Because when a woman truly wants something real, when love and relationship goals genuinely matter to her, her future plans won't just include you. They'll depend on you. In the end, attraction isn't about guessing games or decoding text messages. It's about seeing the truth behind her actions. If you want to attract women who are serious about love, don't just listen to their words, watch their futures. Because when a woman truly loves you, she won't just picture you in her tomorrow, she'll start building it with you today. Sign 3. Vulnerability. She opens her heart to you. Gentlemen, listen closely. Attraction gets her attention, but vulnerability reveals her soul. When a woman truly wants something real, she stops performing, she starts revealing. She doesn't hide behind charm or small talk. She opens her heart. She lets you see the side no one else gets. That's not a casual move, that's commitment in motion. As the great Maya Angelou once said, I don't trust people who don't love themselves and tell me I love you. Vulnerability is love's truest test. When she lets you see her fears, her flaws, her childhood wounds, she's saying, here's the real me, can you handle it? That's not weakness. That's strength wrapped in honesty. That's what a serious woman does. A modern stoic man recognizes this moment for what it is, sacred ground. Don't rush to fix her pain. Don't shrink from her truth. Just be steady. That's what separates the modern stoic from the old stoic, not the lack of emotion, but the mastery of it. The stoic doesn't hide from feeling, he governs it. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. When she opens up, she's not asking for your solution. She's testing your steadiness. Can you stay calm when she's vulnerable? Can you look her in the eyes when she's raw, exposed, emotional, and remain unshaken? Most men can't. They panic. They joke. They withdraw. But not the strong man. Not the stoic. The strong man holds space. He listens with intent. He provides safety through presence, not pressure. That's what earns a woman's respect, not dominance, but emotional discipline. Understand this. When she shares her scars, she's handing you power. Power to protect her trust or destroy it. Use it wisely. Abuse it once, and you'll never get that door open again. Respect it, and you'll unlock a loyalty few men ever experience. That's how a serious relationship is born, not through grand gestures, but through consistency in moments that matter. In today's chaotic world of temporary connections and swipe culture, vulnerability is the rebellion of the wise. It's the mark of a woman who wants more than attention. She wants depth. She wants a partner who can meet her where she's real. So don't just listen to her words, watch how she shares them. When she tells you about her fears, when she opens up about her past, when she cries in front of you, that's her saying, "I choose you." You must meet that moment like a warrior with calm eyes. Don't run. Don't interrupt. Don't judge. Listen. Hold your ground. Let your silence speak your strength. That's what a man grounded in stoicism does. He remains the mountain when the storm passes through. As Seneca said, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. This is your trial. Her vulnerability is your test. Pass it with patience, and she will trust you with her world. Fail it with ego, and you'll lose her respect forever. Remember, every woman can laugh with you, but only a serious one will cry before you. Every woman can flirt, but only a serious one will reveal her wounds. Gentlemen, take this to heart. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's proof of seriousness. It's proof of emotional investment. It's the language of love spoken without words. So, when it happens, stand tall. Let's be the men who protect, not exploit. Let's be the men who lead with presence, not pride. Let's be the men the modern Stoics would admire, calm, grounded, unshaken. Don't chase cheap validation. Earn lasting trust. Don't mock her openness. Honor it. That's how you master love and life. That's how you win, not just the woman, but yourself. Because in the end, a true man's victory isn't conquest, it's character. And when she opens her heart to you, that's not just romance. That's destiny knocking. Answer it like a man who understands what stoicism truly means: strength under control, passion with purpose, and love with loyalty. If you found this valuable, give it a like, drop a comment below, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Don't forget to subscribe for more relationship and psychology wisdom. Comment to remember, I am a man who values emotional connection and trust. Sign 4. Prioritization. You're not an option, you're a priority. Let's be real, man. In today's world full of endless distractions, fake affection, and busy excuses, priority is proof. Words are cheap. Anyone can say they like you, enjoy your company, or that you're special. But watch her actions, because that's where the truth hides. If a woman keeps saying she cares, but never makes time for you, wake up. You're not a priority, you're a convenience. And being a convenience is a slow death for any man who knows his worth. This isn't just love advice. This is one of those timeless psychology tips every man should tattoo on his brain. Real interest shows up through effort, not emojis. A woman who truly values you doesn't treat your presence like background noise. She carves out space for you. She doesn't slide you in when her friends cancel or when she's bored on a Sunday night. She plans you in because you matter. That's what priority looks like. It's intentional. It's consistent. It's not last minute. It's not, sorry, I got busy. It's, let me see how I can make this work. When a woman truly cares, she finds the time, no matter how packed her schedule is. And let's be clear, it's not about her giving you every hour of her day. It's about showing up when it counts. When a woman prioritizes you, you feel it. She texts back because she wants to. She checks in because she cares. She remembers small things you said weeks ago. That's not luck. That's genuine effort wrapped in sincerity. But too many men ignore these signals. They wait days for a reply and convince themselves she's just busy. Brother, no one is that busy. When people care, they make time. That's one of those brutally honest dating tips that separate men who get respected from men who get played. Don't fall for the illusion of attention crumbs. A woman who makes you wait, reschedules constantly, or only sees you when it's convenient is telling you exactly where you stand, and it's not at the top. You must understand this. If she wanted to, she would. Simple. Real love doesn't hide behind busyness. When she's truly into you, she rearranges her world just a bit to let you in. Even when life gets crazy, she'll still find a moment to reach out, to ask how you're doing, to show that you matter. And when you're with her, she's present, fully there. No scrolling, no multitasking, no half-hearted listening. Just her eyes, her energy, her attention. That's how serious women love. And here's the thing, you'll feel the difference. When she's into you, it's peaceful, not confusing. You won't have to decode her silence or wonder if you're annoying her. You'll know because she'll show it. Her consistency becomes the proof. She checks in when you're down. She celebrates when you win. She makes space for you when life is heavy. That's emotional maturity. That's effort. And that's what every strong man deserves. The weak man chases validation, begging for attention that should come naturally. The strong man? He observes. He doesn't argue or complain. He sees the signs and makes decisions like a man who respects himself. That's not arrogance, that's self-worth. You must never compete for a place in someone's life. You must demand your values silently through your actions, not your words. Because the truth is, when a woman truly prioritizes you, you'll never have to beg for her time. Her actions will speak louder than every I miss you text she sends. It'll feel stable, grounded, real. And that's how you'll know you're not an option. You're the priority. Remember this, a woman who can't prioritize you doesn't deserve you. Because once respect is lost, it's gone for good. Protect your peace. Know your worth. And never let anyone make you feel like a second choice. That's not ego, that's strength. And if you ever forget this lesson, reread it, because this isn't just love advice, it's survival advice, the kind of psychology tips that separate boys from men in the game of love. Sign 5. Inclusion. She brings you into her world. A woman who's serious about you doesn't keep you a secret. She doesn't treat you like a guilty pleasure. She doesn't tuck you away like a dusty photo in her private drawer. No, she brings you into her world. Because when a woman's heart is in it for real, she wants you woven into the fabric of her life. She wants the people who matter to her to see the man who matters to her. The difference between serious and casual. Casual women? Oh, they'll keep you in the shadows. They'll text you late at night, share a few laughs, maybe even share a bed, but that's it. You'll never meet their closest friends and family gatherings? Forget it. You're invisible there. And if you do bump into her circle, she'll introduce you like you're just a friend. That's not love. That's logistics. That's compartmentalization, her keeping her life neatly divided between fun and future. The serious woman does the opposite. A serious woman wants alignment, not secrecy. She brings you to dinner with her best friend. She invites you to her brother's barbecue. She wants you there when her mom tells old stories over coffee. Why? Because women are fiercely protective of their inner circle. They don't open that gate for temporary visitors. When she's serious, her people already know you, your name, your job, your quirks, the way you like your coffee. That's because she's been talking about you. With pride. A woman doesn't talk about a man she doesn't respect. That's love psychology. When she includes you, she's saying, This man is part of my bigger picture. Being included means something deeper. Being brought into her world isn't just about meeting people. It's a signal, a psychological declaration. It means you've crossed the threshold from momentary excitement to meaningful connection. It means you're not just a chapter in her story, you're becoming part of the plot. If you're still invisible after months together, it's not because she's private. Don't lie to yourself. It's because she doesn't plan to keep you. A woman who's aiming for real relationship goals doesn't hide her man. She proudly includes him. That's not weakness, that's confidence. The weak man versus the wise man. Here's where many men trip up. The weak man thinks, she introduced me to her friends. I've made it. Wrong. The strong man knows better. He understands that being brought in isn't a finish line, it's a checkpoint. He doesn't get drunk on validation. He stays grounded, observing whether her actions remain consistent. Because true inclusion isn't a one time event, it's a pattern, a rhythm, a commitment unfolding over time. Her world versus her walls. Ask yourself this: does she bring you into her world or keep you behind her walls? Do her loved ones know who you are? Or are you just a shadow she visits when no one's watching? Remember, when a woman's heart is serious, she doesn't say she loves you. She shows it by making sure the people she loves know you. That's emotional transparency. That's maturity. That's love psychology at work. So, if you want to attract women who are truly ready for depth, stop settling for secrecy. Stop mistaking attention for intention. Be the man who notices the difference. Be the man who values inclusion over illusion. Because when she brings you into her world, that's not just romance, that's recognition. That's her saying, you're not just part of my nights, you're part of my life. And that, my friend, is how you recognize when a woman is playing for keeps. That's when relationship goals become reality. That's when love stops being a game and starts being a partnership. And if that hit home, drop this in the comments right now. A real woman includes, not hides. Hit that like button, subscribe for more powerful relationship truths, and remember, love isn't private when it's real. Sign 6. Support for your growth. She pushes you to be better. A woman who truly wants a long-term relationship doesn't crave comfort. She craves progress. She doesn't want to freeze you in your current form. She wants to witness your transformation. That's the mark of a woman who seeks a partner for life, not a companion for convenience. The wrong woman feeds your ego. The right woman feeds your evolution. The wrong woman distracts you from your path. The right woman walks it with you. As Marcus Aurelius, the great old Stoic, once said, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. A woman who wants a future with you will demand that same truth, not through words, but through her energy, her actions, and her expectations. Don't confuse comfort for love. Comfort is easy. Growth is hard. A woman who only seeks attention will complain when you focus on your mission. She'll feel ignored when your discipline demands solitude. She'll crave validation instead of vision. But a woman aligned with your purpose, she becomes your ally in the battle of life. She understands your silence. She admires your consistency. She doesn't weaken your drive. She strengthens it. She doesn't need to compete with your goals. She complements them. That is the difference between a relationship built on distraction and one built on destiny. As the modern Stoic knows, discipline is freedom, and any woman worth your time will never try to take that freedom away from you. Watch her reaction when you speak your dreams aloud. The one who's only passing time will listen with half a heart, her eyes searching for the next thrill. But the one who's serious, she listens deeply. She remembers your words. She challenges your excuses, and she reminds you of your greatness when you forget. She celebrates your progress because she sees herself in your strength. That's the essence of love, two people sharpening each other's edges, like blades forged in the fire of ambition. Remember the wisdom of Seneca, the old Stoic philosopher. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. A woman who truly cares will help you stay prepared, not by doing the work for you, but by holding you to the standard she knows you're capable of. Don't fear her challenges. Embrace them. When she calls you out, it's not an attack, it's faith. When she pushes you, it's not criticism, It's confidence in who you can become. The weak man resents this pressure because his pride is fragile. But the strong man understands that iron sharpens iron. The modern Stoic doesn't run from the flame, he walks through it. He knows that the right woman doesn't make life easier, she makes it worth the fight. She doesn't drain your power, she multiplies it. Don't settle for the woman who makes you comfortable. Seek the one who makes you accountable. Because accountability is love in its highest form. In today's world of distractions, instant gratification, and temporary connections, finding such a woman is rare, but not impossible. You must first become the kind of man who values growth over comfort, purpose over pleasure, and progress over ego. That's the path of the modern Stoic, a man unmoved by chaos, focused on mastery, and grounded in self respect. Don't chase validation, chase improvement. Don't chase the one who flatters you, choose the one who fortifies you. A woman who truly loves you doesn't need to possess you, she chooses to believe in your potential. That's how you build legacy, not just intimacy. So ask yourself right now, does she celebrate your discipline or sabotage it? Does she stand beside your mission or compete for your focus? A woman who wants something real will never pull you away from greatness. She'll push you toward it. She'll challenge you, respect you, and grow with you. She'll remind you that love isn't found in comfort, it's built through challenge. That's how the old Stoic lived, and that's how the modern Stoic must love, with patience, strength, and an unbreakable will. Don't settle for peace that costs your purpose. Choose the woman who ignites your fire, not the one who smothers it. Let her push you, let her test you, and let her make you better, because that's not just love. That's evolution. Sign 7. Loyalty. Her actions prove everything. Let's be real. Anyone can fake attraction, rehearse sweet lines, or show up when life feels like a honeymoon. But loyalty? That's the ultimate truth serum. You can't pretend to be loyal. It's either there or it isn't. A woman who truly wants something real with you doesn't need rules, reminders, or ultimatums. She decides. She closes every back door herself. She stops entertaining what ifs with other men and focuses on building with the one she's already chosen, you. That's not control. That's commitment. And if you ever doubt it, watch her actions. They'll tell you everything. True loyalty isn't just about physical faithfulness, it's a mindset, a heartbeat, an unspoken vow. It's how she defends you when you're not around, how she speaks about you when others aren't listening, and how she handles conflict when things get tough. A loyal woman doesn't throw low blows, threaten to walk away, or use silence as a weapon. She stays, even when staying takes strength. She doesn't just love you when it's easy, she loves you especially when it's not. That's what makes loyalty rare, sacred, and powerful. It's the glue that holds love together when attraction fades and storms hit hard. And make no mistake, storms will come. Men often get fooled by words. You hear, I love you, and think the game's won. But smart men, the ones who've lived and learned, know better. They don't fall for noise, they watch for consistency. Because loyalty reveals itself not when things are perfect, but when life throws a punch. When she could run but doesn't. When she could blame but chooses grace. When she could compare but chooses to build. That's love with backbone. That's the kind of devotion that psychology tips and love advice columns try to teach but rarely capture. Real loyalty doesn't just show up, it stays. Here's the thing. When a woman is loyal, peace becomes your default setting. You stop checking her phone, stop wondering if someone else has her attention, stop questioning where you stand. Because she doesn't make you guess. Her loyalty feels like calm after chaos, like home after a long day. You don't have to compete for her energy because she's already decided that her energy belongs to you. And that sense of peace? That's what every man chasing temporary excitement secretly craves, stability wrapped in love, trust dressed in loyalty. That's what turns a relationship from temporary to timeless. So ask yourself, does she stand with you when the heat rises or vanish when the temperature drops? Does she protect what you're building or play games with it? Because without loyalty, no amount of passion, affection, or good communication will save a relationship. Everything else, love, trust, consistency, crumbles without that foundation. But with loyalty, Even chaos bows down. A loyal woman doesn't make loyalty a condition, it's her instinct, her quiet promise, her way of saying, I've chosen you and I'll keep choosing you, no matter what. And that's not just love, it's emotional maturity in action. It's the kind of connection that makes you stronger, steadier, and sure of yourself. You must understand this truth. Loyalty isn't flashy, but it's the most seductive trait there is. It's rare, it's radiant, and it's real. So, don't chase the woman who only shines when life's a highlight reel. Be with the one who still holds your hand when it's messy. The one who defends your name in rooms you'll never enter. The one whose loyalty isn't loud, but unwavering. That's where peace lives. That's where love lasts. And if you ever wonder what kind of woman truly wants something serious, here's your sign. She doesn't say she's loyal. She shows it. That's the secret every man should know, the heartbeat behind every real relationship, the core truth behind every meaningful love advice and dating tips worth listening to. Gentlemen, now you know the truth. 7 signs that separate a woman who's just passing time from a woman who's ready to build something real: consistency, future plans, vulnerability, prioritization, inclusion, support, loyalty. Most men ignore these signals. They confuse attention with love, comfort with commitment, and words with actions. And by the time they see the truth, it's too late. Their time, energy, and self respect are gone. Don't let that be your story. Your time is the most valuable thing you own. Don't waste it on women who only want entertainment. If she doesn't show these 7 signs, she's not serious, no excuses, no exceptions. Walk away. Protect your peace. Guard your respect. But when you meet a woman who does show these signs, when her effort is consistent, her plans include you, her emotions are open, her actions are loyal, recognize her. Appreciate her. Build with her. Because that kind of woman is rare. Gentlemen, remember this. Attraction is common. Commitment is rare. The man who learns to see the difference stops chasing illusions and starts commanding respect. So here's your challenge. Choose clarity over confusion. Choose strength over desperation. Choose peace over chaos. Because clarity is power, and in relationships, that power belongs to the man who refuses to be blind. Thanks for watching, my friends. If this message hit home, take it to heart, not just to your mind. Be the kind of man who values his time, protects his peace, and recognizes a real woman when she stands in front of him. Stay smart, stay grounded, and I'll see you in the next one.